Hello, welcome back. So this is the fifth episode in my marble disc series, and I haven't been working on it a whole lot this week, but because I've been very busy in the city doing some service work. But I have been working on it a little bit, getting it ready. So I've further got this chase almost complete, ready for the onyx, which is very exciting. So what I've done is I've cut a bunch of little these little pie sections. They're like pie sections to set in. So I've got enough to go all the way around, and I was lucky enough to be able to cut them all out of one piece, which was nice. So that means that they're all going to match. I still have to adjust the edges of the chase a little bit more. I've been working on that as I go. So as I bring it around, I've got to tighten up to the scribed line. And I've got to adjust these still too. Always making them slightly bigger than too small. And then you work the sizes in so that you get a really nice fit. So all these pieces are obviously slightly oversized so that when I get them all sanded and shaped in finally, then they'll fit exactly where they need to be. So this is I don't know if you can see in the, so the roping, this is the concept for the roping. So this is how these will be carved with unders and overs. So they'll be dimensional. They'll go with highs and lows, and all these lights, like I talked about in the last video, will be emptied out. So you'll be seeing the marble through these areas. So you'll only see this part of the onyx, and each one will be an individual standalone unit. And I think that that's going to be pretty exciting. I went with a slightly paler color of onyx. Not there. I had some selection, and I went with this piece. And I thought, you know what, it's very neutral, and I know I won't use this piece for anything else. So, there wasn't any major fissures running through it, which was another nice option. I wanted a piece that was very sound and uniform, so that when I cut it, because I ended up splitting the 3/4 inch piece in half. So I cut these first, shaped them, and then cut them with the angle grinder in half before I separated it on the inside. And that way I was able to get two pieces for one, and instead of me having three pieces out of a piece of 3/4 inch, I ended up getting enough to do all the way around. So that was exciting. Pieces rather than 3, 6. You get it. So that's the status update, and I'm going to be continuing on with reducing and refining this area. But I was really excited. I wanted to show the status update of the roping or the knot work. I think that it's going to be pretty amazing finish in the end. And I think as you can see, the details are starting to become established. It's all subtle, and it'll all be about the subtleties because this piece is designed to catch light. It's supposed to be mounted on a perpendicular frame with dramatic lighting. So it'll be like a museum type of a piece, so that the light will cast across it and highlight all the subtleties. And that's the whole concept, is that it's supposed to look very striking, very dramatic. And there's still going to be a rim that protrudes higher, probably, I'm guessing at least 3/8 of an inch above, so that'll be half of a 3/4 inch in thickness or more, and that'll be a continuous rim all the way around. So I'll piece all those pieces. I won't do it out of one piece. I'll do it out of segments, but they'll all be pieced together in such a way that the seams will be almost invisible, so that it'll be a continuous rim. So the idea being that the light will shine through and it'll illuminate it and give it a very glass-like appearance. I think it'll be a very interesting concept or finish. And then with the centerpiece will be mounted, and that will also have the same kind of a finish. Still haven't decided what I'm going to do with the middle yet. I'm as excited to find out what I come up with or decide upon. I'm sure as anybody else is watching this, it's the suspense. So I'll put these little pieces aside for now, but I'm glad to see that they're all accounted for, and they'll be what I'll end up doing before. I should mention that before they'll be epoxied in, and then I'll do the final shaping. I think that's the safest way to deal with them, because I might pre-shape the notches around the outer rim and the outer shape, and then I'll leave the lights to be emptied once there's epoxy down. It'll survive that, but it seems very tough, but it's also, you push it too far and you're gonna lose it. So, but I always like to get things secured as soon as possible, either plastered down like I have with this dish. I have a big hunk of plaster on the back of it to beef it up, which will be removed later. So I either like to plaster things down to secure them, or epoxy them. And in this case, I'm actually going to epoxy them right into place, and that way I can get the final depths, and I don't have to worry about pulling off a delicate piece off of plaster later. So that's the status of the knotwork, and I've got my little template. There's so I go around and trace that onto all the pieces, and I make sure that the rough shape of them is all the same. So what I'll do is I'll continue on finishing this off, and you can just watch me. I just want to thank everybody who has subscribed to the channel lately. I tremendously appreciate you clicking on the subscribe button, and I'm glad that you find interest. It's these little milestones for a channel, they're big, because it's hard to know what other people will want to watch, or whether they'll find it exciting or interesting. And I'm glad to be able to interest, entertain, educate, inspire. That's the whole goal. That's the intent. So thank you, and spread the word. Tell your friends if you have friends that you think would be interested. I know that much to the annoyance of a lot of people around me, I'm constantly promoting channels that I discover on YouTube, because I just absolutely love the platform, and I love supporting channels that I think are deserving of it. It's always wonderful when you discover a new channel, and you see their great ideas, or their high quality content, or the great people that they are, and you can just see that there's something special about them, and they deserve every bit of support that they can get. That's the beautiful thing about YouTube, is that there's a little bit of something out there for everyone. So I don't suppose this will be a very long video, though. I have to admit, sometimes, though, you wouldn't know it to see it. Last time I filmed, I think it was I had an hour. I had almost 2 hours of footage to filter through just to get a 20-minute video. And it's always a challenge to figure out what to show and what not to. But it's nice to also be able to film that and then be selective. It's an interesting experience, filming yourself. Just something I'm still getting used to. It's my instinct is just to do it, but to set up the cameras is that you have to kind of stop and think. And along the way, I will be upgrading lighting, cameras, and explore more camera angles. But it's an expensive venture, and trying to manage my my funds as best as I can. So if you bear with me, I do intend to greatly improve the quality of the content. So I'm just going to finish off this video and remind everybody to like and to subscribe. You know the drill. Really appreciate any comments that you can give me. Tell me what you think about this format. If you like the multiple videos unfolding, showing the little bits of progress in each video, or would you like me to space them out more and just show more progress at shorter intervals? Feel free to comment and let me know what you think. But so next in the next video, what I intend to have is the pieces of onyx roughed out and shaped much better. This will be all finished off, so we'll see a lot more progress for the next video. But in the meantime, you can enjoy this, and you can go back and you can watch the others to get refreshed as to the beginning through to the middle, to up to this point, the progress, so that you can understand the context a little bit more, because I do say a lot of other things about myself, about my profession, about the training, about things that I'm interested in showing and teaching you in the future. And if you want to follow along, then it helps to fill in all those gaps. And I will repeat a lot of the things that I've said in the past for the future, so that everybody is on the same page. But in the meantime, just finish it off and say have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.